Hi, it's the Lipstick Gal. Thank you so much for watching today. Let's do some January favorites. First favorite I have to say is I really appreciate you. I got so many well wishes while I was out for my surgery. I was so glad that I took the time that I needed to feel better. But what really helps me feel better is doing what I enjoy, and that's YouTube. So thank you so much for all of your well wishes, your prayers, your kind words. I just can't tell you how much it means to me. And just to let you know, I am feeling a ton better. I've been having long-term pain in my abdomen for a year and a half, and that is gone now since my surgery, and I feel so much better, so much better. And I'm just looking forward to continuing to heal and feel more and more energetic, able to do more and more things. I'm just going to start with that and say thank you for all of your kindness and how much it means to me. All right, let's start. You know what? I'm going to start with the fails. I normally don't, but I don't want to forget about them. And I only had 2 fails this month, and I feel like that's pretty good. I did purchase a few more things than I had kind of expected to, but let me tell you about it. The first one here is from NYX. This is their Buttermelt Glazed Soft Glow Skin Tint. Is it bad? No. Is it fabulous? No. All right. For me, the problem is it's January. It's the dead of winter. Temperatures are in the 20s and 30s where I live. And guess what doesn't last? I have combo oily skin. So it's normal, but if anything, it leans a little oily in the T-zone. So for me, I need something that is going to stay a little bit longer. This looks really pretty on the skin. I can't say it doesn't look pretty because it does. But the problem I've been having with it is just that it is, when I rub it in, it looks really nice right up front, but it just doesn't last. And I need something that's going to give me more than 5 hours on the face. I also felt like it kind of settled into some of my pores and texture. I have been using a pore filling primer, and I don't really feel like I'm getting a lot of great results from that, but I really wanted to love this because it feels so good on the skin. It feels like skincare. It feels like an extra layer of like a serum or something, and it doesn't feel heavy. It feels really nice, and I feel like the skin tint coverage is nice. It's like lightweight coverage, but then boom, it's gone. You don't even get like maybe half a day's wear, and I feel like I just don't have it anymore. All right, another item that did not work for me, I really wanted to love this, is also from NYX. This is the Blade and Shade, and it is a pencil. Let me just roll it up a little bit here. That is kind of narrow one way and wider the other. So if you're drawing with it like this, you're going to lay down a little bit more color, or on its side, you're able to draw individual hairs. It's probably easier to see on the back of your hand, but that's another problem I've been having. I feel like it snaps pretty easily. But a little bit more pigmented wide when you're laying it one direction, and then finer strokes if you happen to use it on its side. So if you're laying it flat, you're going to get something like this. It doesn't take much for this to be gone. Do you see that? I was wiping over it once. You wipe over it any amount of times, like heaven forbid you are like me dealing with perimenopause and have a hot flash, and if like perspiration is just coming down from my head and I go and do this, eyebrow gone. Peace out. She's gone. It's like poof, vanish into, and I wanted to love this because I love this style of slightly wider one way, skinnier the other. I think the color is nice. I like the spoolie on here. I like everything about it. I like everything about it, except for it doesn't last. It can't stand up to like even the spoolie, because if you draw it in and then you start to spoolie it, poof, gone. And it's not just because I'm dealing with perimenopause and I'm perspiring sometimes with a hot flash. This just does not last, and it does not stand up to spoolieing. The minute I put it in and then I put a clear brow gel over the top, gone. It eats it. I don't know. This is like the amazing disappearing brow pencil. I like the Powder Louder from NYX. I like their micro fine pencil. I like so many other NYX brow pencils. This one, man, really let me down. Those, sadly, are the 2 that didn't work for me. Let's talk about some drugstore products that I really like. Here is one that I think is absolutely fabulous. This is Milani Conceal and Perfect Blur Out Skin Tint Stick. I'm wearing this today. This is so fantastic. I don't know how many times I've seen like a little cap like this on stick products and I toss them. This one here, it says replace clear inner cap after every use. They tell you to hang on to it. I remember Alexis from the Lipstick Lesbians mentioning that if you ever see this clear cap on any of your stick products, to replace it because it keeps this from drying out, because this cap here is apparently not enough. And I was like, why didn't they do that before? And I love that Milani was like, don't toss me. Love that. I feel like the shade that I have is a little too light. I am wearing 01 Fair. It's the lightest neutral shade that they had. I probably could have gone for the second lightest neutral shade, but I can make it work. I feel like it's not the worst shade on me. It is just a little on the light side, but I feel like from here to here, it's not so noticeable, but I like the way that it feels. The one thing that I would tell you is I've been trying to, since I had my surgery earlier this month, I got kind of out of the habit of doing my nightly skincare routine and my morning routine. And for about a week, I was just like, couldn't be bothered to do anything. And so I'm still dealing with some skin imbalances from not exfoliating, from not hydrating, and the fact that it's January. So I do have a few dry patches. Like most cream products, this is going to find those dry patches and accentuate it a little bit. So right now I feel like it's not the best right around like the corner of my nose. I also feel like my pores are just a little bit larger because I wasn't very good about maintaining my skincare. And without a pore filling primer, it can kind of sink into the pores and then look like little dots of color. But if my skin is in a much better place, and it's getting better, and this is looking better and better and better, but I like how easy it blends out. I like how easy it is to use. I love a foundation stick just for ease of use. This one is really nice. It's lightweight. I would say it's light to medium coverage. It's nothing too heavy, but it does make a visible difference. I like the texture of it. It really doesn't feel like I'm wearing anything at all. This has been great. Something else that I've been loving from the drugstore, I mentioned this before. I did love the L'Oreal Lumi Le Glace highlight sticks. I like mine so much. It started out domed and now it's completely flat, and I've been cranking it up. I love this. So when I tried this, I was like, you know what? I'm very curious about the other formula, which is their Glow formula. So this, instead of being clear, this comes in 3 shades, a pink, a white, and this gold shade here. This one here is called Glowy Golden Couture. And it has a pearl to it, and it's very, very pretty. If you layer that with this Le Glace, which is basically no color, just shine, you mix the two together. Oh, they're so pretty. It's so pretty. This really reminds me of the Chanel Le Balm Essential. And that is a $48 product. Is it identical? No. Is it so close that I kind of use them interchangeably? Yes. This right here is not identical, but it also reminds me of another one of my favorite highlights. It's a little bit softer, but it reminds me of the KJH brand, the Glow Pigment that Katie Jane Hughes made. And I really like this. I feel like if you see these at the drugstore and you're curious, I feel like these are definitely worth the price. They're going to last you a long time. I mean, this one's pretty new. It's starting to get flat on one side. But let's see how much product we get in here. We get that much, which I feel like is a lot. You could always dig out the rest of it, but it's 0.22 ounces or 6.3 grams, actually 6.5 grams. So I feel like we're getting a decent amount here. I really like both of these formulas. I kind of prefer the Le Glace, but that's because I'm in a balm, hydrating balm highlight sort of season. But this one right here, the Le Glow, is beautiful. They're both very easy to wear, and you can use them separate. You can use them together. You can use them on top of a powdered face. At that point, I pick it up with my fingers and tap it on. I really, really like these. Super impressed. Talking about drugstore stuff, and I thought, you know what, let's just keep going with the drugstore. Something else that I absolutely love, and I have not stopped using since I picked it up, is this. This is the About Face powder. This is brand new at Ulta, and this is called Curtain Call. It's a set and smoothing powder that is so beautiful. Comes with a little bouncy mesh net. The lid has a nice tamper in it. I feel like, you know, if you were to cut off like the corners here and make this maybe not quite so bulky, it might be a little easier for your handbag. But I just feel like, yes, it is drugstore, but it does look very lovely and luxe, and it feels high end. It's, I think, in the low 20s, like $20, $22 for this. And as far as prices at the drugstore, since they've continued to go up, I really feel like About Face has value because the prices there have always been a little bit higher than your L'Oreal, your Revlon, your Maybelline, but I feel like also the quality is there. Sometimes I feel like I'm hit or miss, like with NYX. Sometimes it's great and sometimes it's like, wah, wah. But everything I've tried from About Face has been spectacular. So what I love about this powder, first of all, very, very finely milled. You don't need a lot of it. I love it under the eyes. I can't think of another powder from the drugstore that I love under the eyes. All of the other powders that I really lean on tend to be high end or luxury, and I love being able to have one that I can recommend at a drugstore price point. The other thing is this comes in 7 shades. It comes in 6 skin tone shades and in pink. If you're looking for a pink powder, About Face has one. I feel like you're getting a very generous amount here. We're getting 10 grams or 0.35 ounces. I feel like this is definitely worth it. It doesn't look heavy on my skin, and I powdered my entire face today. And I really love how this not only sets my face and it kind of blurs out some of the smaller imperfections I have in through here, so those pores don't look quite as large. I feel like there are other powders on the market that are a little bit more blurring, but this one is just beautiful. It's right in the middle of, you need it to set your face, but if it's too heavy duty, it looks really bad under the eye. Or if it's really lightweight and wispy, it's not going to give you any sort of ability to hold and set your face. This does both of those things beautifully. It works well. It doesn't make me look dry. It doesn't age me. Really, really like this powder. Highly recommend. I picked up a couple of the NYX Duck Plump liners. Are they the best liners in the world? I feel like they're very similar to a lot of other liners I have. The one thing that's different about these is that these are angled. They're angled like this. I've kind of used the tip on this one, so it's rounded out, but I like that. It seems like it's just a little bit thicker. I do like that they're retractable. They do have a plumping ingredient that is kind of mild. I find that when I use these, it's not like the most when it comes to the tingling, but it does, you know, have a tingling feeling. I haven't noticed that my lips are any plumper. The reason that I like these is because they're really creamy. This one here in Beige Boost, this is the one I've been using the most, and I love it because as I'm filling in my lip line and then like filling in the lip itself, it's creamy and it doesn't end up feeling really dry and super, super matte. It is matte, but it's not so drying that I feel like, I can't move my lips. It's actually very, very comfortable. I like that a lot. The color is really pretty. Let me show you the color. So that's Beige Boost. It's really nice. The other one that I picked up is in clear. I have been looking for a clear lip liner at the drugstore because nothing does a better job than a clear liner of keeping something that's glossy, something that tends to move a little bit, contained. This is like a barrier. So I have been loving this, and I don't know why I'm showing you, like, look, it's clear. I didn't buy it because of the plumping. I bought it because of the clear aspect of it. I think I did order another clear lip liner, but what I'm wanting is to wear some products that I know have a little bit of travel to them, where they'll just kind of find a few of the fine lines and go places. What I've really been wanting is to wear those products and not really have them spider outside. So with a product like this, you could hit the exact vermilion border. You could go just on the outside of the vermilion border or just on the inside of it. It works well always. I haven't noticed, since this does have a plumping aspect to it, that if I'm using it outside my vermilion border, I haven't noticed that that skin area gets red and irritated. I just feel like it does a good job of containing things. I think this is the last item from the drugstore, but I really am very, very much pleased with this. This is the new Plump Ambition Hyaluronic Lip Oil from L'Oreal. This is so lovely. First of all, love this angled and teardrop shaped doe foot. I also like that it has a lot of heavy flocking on it, so it's very soft and plushy. I feel like it pulls out the right amount of product. And I would say on a scale of 1 to 10, this is like a 6, 6.5. It is a little on the spicy side. It's some products that tend to be plumping, like the duck plumps, I'd say those are like a 2 or a 3. You can feel them barely and then it's gone. This stays spicy for a long time. I had put it on and 10 minutes later gave my husband a kiss, and then he was like, "Whoa, what is happening?" It didn't even occur to me because I'm used to it. I'm used to it. I kind of felt guilty and then I kind of giggled. But this is definitely one of those that if you do not like plumping or slightly irritating or stinging sorts of lip products, I would avoid this. But if you don't mind that, I didn't notice like a huge difference in the state of my lips, but I like the glow and the glass and the shine that you get from it. It's actually really pretty. I have the shade Latte Glacé. I wanted to pick up a rose colored one, but they were all out when I was at Ulta. But I've been wearing this for about 2 weeks now. I really, really like this. Let's keep talking about lip products. Oh, I'm so in love with my Glossier Balm.com. This is the black cherry balm. This one is so pretty. This is what it looks like. I have been a huge fan of Balm.com since there was just the original clear formula. I started using Glossier products, not right at the beginning, but pretty close to the beginning. And I have always loved this balm, and being able to have it in this black cherry. I know it was limited edition. I've been loving it. I love the way that it smells. I like the color that it is. It's kind of like a really soft rosy shade on the lips. I like everything about it. That has been a favorite. I'm still head over heels. These are so good. These are the lip balms from Quin Musia. The 2 shades, I've been using these nonstop. I knew it was going to be kind of like one of those months since I was having surgery this month where I was going to spend less time in makeup and want really easy and comforting things to wear. And that's where these came in. These lived in my purse. These traveled around in my jeans pocket. I took these with me everywhere. Even my kids love these. So we have 2 shades. This one here is 1993 and this one is Noble Vine. I like how sheer they are. They're very balmy. They don't travel outside my vermilion border. They tend to be, they are shiny and glossy, but not so shiny that they melt and go places. They stay put within my vermilion border. I don't have to wear a lip liner when I wear these to kind of contain them. If I want to wear a lip liner, it's purely for aesthetics, but for most of this month, I've just been wearing these by themselves. I love that every time I pull them out, I get a kick out of the packaging. I think the packaging is unique and really pretty. The soft pink has been great. Other super easy, super simple lip products are these guys from Revie Beauty. I have been loving these. I have one of these on today with a little bit of something else, but I have the shades Lily and I have the shade Dahlia. And these are just the sort of products that I needed this month. Here's Lily, here's Dahlia. Very, very low maintenance lip products. Other ones that also do not leave my vermilion border. And the reason I say that, as a 50-year-old, I have so many of those fine lines around my lips from years of drinking through a straw or drinking through a small little opening on like a coffee mug or something. Like if I go get like Starbucks or Dutch Bros or anything like that, I'm drinking out of a smaller opening, and that tends to do a lot of pursing. And so I have these lines here. The older I get, the more prominent they're becoming, and the more I find that my lip products travel. So when I find products like this that don't go places, hooray, hooray, which is also why bought a product that I could kind of like blank in all of the areas and kind of keep things contained. I've been head over heels for these new blushes from KJH brand. These are the Soft Smudge Lip and Cheek, and these are so beautiful. I'm wearing this one today. This one's called Soft Tomato, and as you can see, it's very, very lightly applied to my face. It's not quite this brilliant, but these blend out with no effort whatsoever. They're so easy and so pretty. The other one I wore, I think in my last video, and it's called Soft Raisin. I really, really love these. The formula is pretty. I have used them on the lips. I feel like I might like these on the lips a little bit more come warmer months. Right now, I'm doing everything I can to keep my lips hydrated because I do have a few little snaggy spots where I can tell that they're dry and they're peeling. And these, because they are very matte, they don't dry out my lips, they don't dry out my cheeks, but they dry down and then they don't move. And the problem will be then is that as I'm, applying this, it'll catch on those dry patches and just emphasize them. So I'm curious to try these as lip products. I have done it successfully before, but the last couple of weeks, I haven't been as great at exfoliating or hydrating my lips as I would like to be, but I do really love these as blushes. Also still head over heels for the Hypershine kit from KJH brand. I'm wearing this today. If you're looking at this glow wondering what it is, it's this. This pigment here is called light gold, and then there is this clear serum, and you mix the two together and you get this really pretty hydrated but not too like glittery look. It has some pearl to it, but it's not too much. I feel like it's really pretty. It's very delicate on the face. Another product that you can put right over the top of a set face. So I was wearing mostly powder products today, and this does not disturb it at all. It's fantastic. Love, love, love. All right, another blush product that I have been head over heels for is this from Revi Beauty. This is the Endless Diffusion Everyday Baked Blush, and this is the shade Paradise. I was sure that because it was kind of a deeper rose shade and it has some swirls of kind of brown in there that it might be too dark. But the great thing about this is because it is a baked blush and it's made in Italy, it's buildable and it's not too much. So it starts out really light, but if you want to build it up, you certainly can. And just continuing to apply more and more lightly with the brush gives you the most beautiful coverage on the cheek, but it never looks heavy. I find that this baked formula is so forgiving, so easy to build up, so beginner friendly, you almost can't mess it up. I really like the new Lisa Eldridge Seamless Skin Pinpoint Concealer. Can you hardly see my big hyperpigmentation spot today? Guess what? It's this. I love this. I also like that I was able to lift some of the shadow that I have here, just here in the tear trough. I put this in a couple of places. I'm not using it all over the face because I have enough freckles, imperfections that if I were to use it, I'd burn through it really quickly. I like it enough that I did order number 2. This is shade number 1. It's the lightest shade there is. Looks like this. Once it sets, it stays. That's the best part about this, is that gel formula that if you've ever tried like a gel eyeliner pencil or a gel lip liner, once you put it on and it stays, it doesn't go anywhere. And that's what I like about this, because this means it's all day wear and that I'm not going to have this guy peeking through. I'm also not going to have those dark circles peeking through that sometimes happens to me as the day wears on. My concealer starts to wear down, my foundation starts to wear down, and the first place that I notice it is like right here and redness in the corners of my nose. I've decided not to use this around the nose because I would need to use a lot more of it and I'd burn through it really quickly, and it's $36 a pencil. I'm really keeping it for those spots that really, really bother me. I feel like this is less of a concealer and more of a tool to fix problem areas on my face. I mean, I know that's what a concealer is. They're all tools. But for me, the cosmetic use of this lends itself to feel more like a tool and less like a makeup item. I don't know if that makes sense to you, but it does to me. All right, other things that I have been loving for eyeliner. Man, I have really been liking the Persona liners again this month. I mean, I always like them. They're so good. I'm wearing the shade Plum today. This is the shade that it is. But these liners are so creamy and they glide so well. And they're a gel pencil, so when they set, they set. I've been using bronze, I've been using stone, I've been using brown, and this one here in Plum. I feel like the only gel pencils I've been using this month have been the Persona 24/7 liners. Those are great. And if I've been using any liquid liner, it's the Kit and Flick liner from Lisa Eldridge. This is the nicest, easiest to use pen liner. And it does the best job of giving me just the smallest little boop. I do have other liquid liners that I love. I love the one from M. That one is so good. There's something about the color of this. It is the richest, darkest, most onyx sort of black that I have in my collection. I have one from M Cosmetics and it's black, but there's something about this. It's like a level deeper, a little bit inkier, a little bit like, you're in a cavern and there's no light anywhere. That's what this is giving, and I really, really like it. I also really like how flexible and small the tip is. Is it brush or is it felt? I think it might actually be felt. I don't know, I'm not sure, but I like how easy it is to use. I also like to go in between my lashes, just where the lashes are coming out, not on the waterline, not above the lash line, but like in between the lashes themselves. I didn't do it today, but when I do that, I feel like it gives a really great, a little bit more seamless, almost eyeliner type look. Really like this pen. It's fantastic. And I've had this one for a while. It just does not seem to run out of ink. I wasn't sure I was going to love it, and then I was head over heels for it. This is the Mighty Fine Brow Pen from Benefit. It gives like little teeny tiny hair strokes. You can turn it on its side and do like wider, fatter ones. But I have been using it to fill in my brows just in a couple of spots, and it makes such a huge difference. It's super easy to use. The thing that I like about it is when I bring out other pen brow products, I'll touch it down and it's like all of the ink is waiting on the tip of that product. The minute I touch it down, it's like too much ink and it just kind of spreads everywhere. So I always have to wipe it off either on the back of my hand, on a paper towel, and then go in. And I feel like I'm wasting product that way. That never happens here. I never feel like I have too much product on the end. And I feel like every time I touch it down, I'm not getting too much ink. I'm getting just enough. I feel like this product and the one from Maybelline, the 2-in-1, is it the brow definer? Hold on. It's the 2-in-1 Build-A-Brow that is, it's a single, instead of being a triple head. I like both of these. I just get my brows done faster with this. And I feel like this is affordable. This is drugstore. Totally recommend this. But if you don't have the patience to sit there forever, I don't know. I can't wait for Maybelline to come out with this formula in this sort of a delivery system, because I would be head over heels for that. But the truth is, the finer the point is for my brows, the better. So little tiny pens like this have been fantastic. Now that I've been feeling better in the last week, I have actually been reaching for a little bit more makeup. Most of this month I was either stressed out before surgery on the 10th or feeling like somebody had run over me with a Mack truck. And it wasn't until like maybe the last 5 to 7 days that I've been feeling good enough to want to wear makeup on more than just my filming days. And one of the things that I've really enjoyed is this. This is the Geode palette from WhatsUp Beauty. And I'm wearing this one today. If you're wondering what this really pretty kind of bluey purple look is coming from, it's coming from here. I'm using this shade. I'm using this shade and this shade, as well as some of the mattes in here. And it's really beautiful. This was very kindly sent to me from Alana from WhatsUp Beauty. I really, really enjoy all of the eyeshadow palettes. I have 3 of them. I purchased one of them myself. 2 of them were sent to me by the brand. If you like multi-chromes, if you like really fun shifty shades, this is a great palette. I haven't used the green or the pink in here. I think one of my kids did dip into both of those. We share a lot of makeup in this house. My kids have full run of my makeup collection because there's no way I'm going to use it all. And we might as well all have fun. But they built a really beautiful look. But I tend to go for more of the shades on this end and these guys right here. But it is such a fun and punchy sort of eyeshadow look. If you're working in an office, probably not an everyday makeup look, but since I work from home, I can wear whatever I want. And something like this brings me joy. And in the middle of winter, when I need a little bit of a pick-me-up, something like this is absolutely perfect. So non-beauty faves this month, I already mentioned how much I appreciated all of your kindness and your thoughts and prayers and well wishes during my recovery from my surgery. That was fantastic. Something I had to do, I did a lot of blood work before my surgery and I found out I have high cholesterol. So I have been trying really hard to really lower my cholesterol through what I'm eating. And one of the big changes that I did, and I've been known to have 2 cups of coffee in the morning, and I'm not having just 2 cups of like regular brewed coffee. I'm having a latte every morning. Sometimes 2 lattes with 1% milk. So I said, okay, that's a really easy thing. I'm going to switch from cow's milk to oat milk. I actually like the way the oat milk tastes. I like it better than almond milk or cashew milk or soy milk. Soy milk to me is the worst. I like the taste of almond milk, but I don't like that it doesn't actually froth up. Even the barista's almond milk doesn't work for me. So I told my husband, go get me some oat milk. I feel like it froths the best. And so I've just been using oat milk in my morning lattes, and I have been loving it. Something my husband and I have been watching together and really enjoyed was Landman. That was on Paramount Plus, and it's a really interesting, and the characters, they're just so crazy and compelling at the same time. But it's the story of a man in Texas who is kind of helping to run an entire independent oil company. He's not the owner, but he's kind of in charge of making sure everything happens on the ground the way it's supposed to. And he's dealing with the Mexican drug cartel. He's dealing with old equipment that is broken and, people are getting injured. He's dealing with politics inside of the company and outside. And then he's dealing with his wife and his daughter, and they are just, okay, they obviously love him a lot, but they cause him so much headache. It's like they woke up that day and chose chaos. That's all I could say. And Eyeliner plays the wife, and she is so hilarious. I can't, if my husband and I will be watching, and we'll just look at each other like, whoa. The stuff that happens on that show, it's a lot. If you're looking for an exciting escape from your everyday, you might really like Landman. I really enjoyed it, but for me, I think Eyeliner brought the sort of comedy relief that kind of heavier, really dramatic show needed, and I liked it a lot. I'm so excited. Today, one of my birthday presents arrived. A friend of mine gifted me a gift card to Quin's. And if you don't know, I'm absolutely addicted to Quince's cashmere sweaters. I have so many. I need to stop buying cashmere, but I love Quin's. And my favorite one that I bought at the beginning of this season for myself was their oversized crew neck. And I got it in a charcoal shade. And I loved it so much that when my friend got me a gift card to Quin's, I bought another one. And I got it in black, and it just arrived today. I haven't had a chance to go and open it because it came while I was filming. But I'll just tell you, that sweater is so soft. And I like wearing it over collared blouses like this. And in the winter time, because it is so warm, long sleeve shirt plus cashmere. And it's enough for me to go running from the car to the grocery store. And, and I'm not it's not like I'm going on a walk in any of this. It's not like I'm spending time outside because it's cold where I live. But walking from the car to the building, it's just enough of a layer to not feel overwhelmed. Or if I'm not wearing a coat and I'm getting in the car, once the car warms up, I don't have to take a coat off. I'm just warm enough without being overly warm. And that's what I like so much about the sweaters. Those are my favorites for this month. I would love to know what you've been doing that's been making your month better. It could be a food item. It could be your morning coffee, like me and my oat milk. It could be a book that you're reading. It could be a show that you're watching, a movie that you went to see. It could be a beauty product. It could be something for the home that has made life that much better. Let me know what it is in the comment section down below. I'll have everything I talked about listed down below. So if you're curious about any of them and you happen to use those affiliate links, just keep in mind that you don't have to. But when you do, it doesn't cost you any more. It does help to support my channel, and I really appreciate it. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Share your January favorites with me, and I will see you again soon. Bye.